categories that I would be talking to a small business about, and then I take a little bit more of a deeper dive into each of the categories. So first is that it's all cloud-based. So I do this because people, they may not be able to voice what their obstacles would be, but this is some of the background noise that your client might be thinking as you're trying to introduce Vox Direct to them. So being that Vox Direct is completely a cloud-based system, there's no equipment that you have to purchase. There's no installation fees. When you enroll as a Vox Direct customer, all you're doing is you're paying your first month subscription. That is it. So, there's no, big server that you have to buy. There's no installation fees that you have to do. When I had my company, my consulting company, we used to have a virtual, basically like a virtual assistant, and we had to have a server installed at our business. We had multiple phones. This is not that. This is a complete cloud-based system, so you don't have to spend all that money. You're going to be using your current cell phone, assuming that you have a smartphone, to run the Vox Direct app. But it's important to note that there's no changes to your current cell phone contract. So nothing on your current cell phone contract will have to change. If you're with AT&T or Verizon or whatever, that will stay the same. You don't have to alter or do anything to your existing contract. And then all Vox Direct's contracts are month to month. There's no annual contracts. And the reason why they do this is a couple reasons. You may need to resign. The reason why they they do the month-to-month contract is they don't want people to get stuck in a long-term contract. So, like as an example, if you have a Verizon contract, if you wanted to get out of that contract, you're stuck in that contract until the contract is over, or you have to buy your way out. You don't have that with Vox Direct. Vox Direct, everything is going to be on a month-to-month basis. So, and also you can move up and down, which I'll talk about in a second. There is a 7-day, no questions asked, 100% money back guarantee. So if all that wasn't good enough, you can get on for a week, try out the product, see if you like it. If you don't like it, you can cancel it and get all of your money back. The pricing. So very upfront about the package pricing. We only have one product. We do have 3 choices on that one product: $39, $89, and $139 per month. Now, again, if you go back to section number 1, in order to come on board as a customer, all you're going to have to do is pay your first month, which would be pay the $39, pay the $89, or pay the $139, and you'll get started. I could get somebody started with Vox Direct as a customer within 5 minutes. Actually, probably even less than that. All of those fees are all inclusive, meaning there's no taxes or hidden fees. It's $39, it's $89, or it's $139 for your subscription. Again, I mentioned this before, you can move up or down. You can move that contract up or down anytime you want. So if you find that you want more blast text messages over the course of the month, maybe you go for a higher contract that month. Maybe a month where you're going to be a little more dormant or a slower month, maybe move down. By the way, we do have contracts, custom contracts, if somebody wanted to go up over 2,000 messages as well. So 3 choices are $39, $89, and $139. The difference between those 3, the main difference is at $39, you get 1 business line, which is going to be a toll-free number, and you get 250 blast text messages included in that $39 a month. For $89, it's 2 lines and 1,000 blast text messages, and then the $139 includes 3 lines and it's 2,000 blast text messages that are included in that particular package. Now, category 3 is the virtual receptionist. So what is it? Is on one side, you have the virtual reception, and then you'll see in category 4, we have the business text blasting. So as far as the virtual receptionist goes, We have a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week professional virtual answering service. This is your virtual storefront for your small business. This is when somebody calls in, they're not calling and getting a voicemail. They're getting an outgoing message. So you usually will see this if you call usually like a bigger business. Like if I call a hospital as an example, they're usually going to have some kind of virtual answering service. Press 1 for this, press 2 for that, etc. So you're going to have that as part of your Vox Direct service. You're going to have your own virtual answering service. You can program it and tell it exactly what it is you want it to do. I'll show you that in a second. You're going to use your cell phone as your business phone. So we're going to show you how to download an app on your cell phone. Once you're a customer, the app download is all free and included. And you'll be able to toggle back and forth between using your phone as a business phone and also using your phone as your personal phone as well. You'll be able to make and receive calls from your personal cell phone using your business extension. So you'll be able to, make a call using your business phone number or receive calls on your cell phone using your business phone number. Send and receive text messages through your business, screen calls, forward calls, and receive faxes. All that can be done by using your cell phone. And again, you don't have to change anything with your existing contract. If you have an 800 number, you can port in your current 800 number, or we will give you a new 800 number. And you can also manage your business hours. And again, I'll show you all this in a second. If you want to stay on, I'll give you a little brief tour of my back office. Category 4 is the business text blasting. So virtual receptionist is going to make your business appear to be larger than it is, more professional. So it's going to give you a good virtual storefront. But when it comes to your business, building your business, it's about the text blasting. What makes Vox Direct unique is that the text blasting is included. As we talked about at $39.89 and $139, it includes a certain amount of blast text messages. You do get unlimited lists and unlimited keywords. So if you don't know what those are, I would definitely recommend doing some research on keywords. But the best example is text the word summer to this phone number and you're going to receive special discounts. Essentially what you're doing is you're opting into those lists. We would show you how to set those up for your business so you would be able to optimize your business using text blasting. The unlimited keywords is definitely a huge benefit there. You'll be able to send and receive text messages from your business toll-free number. And again, you can either port in your own 800 number or we'll give you one. You can pre-plan your blast text messages in advance, or you can just do it on the spot. And you can also set up autoresponders and drip campaigns. So those are all, that's my bulleted list. Those are my top 4 Vox Direct talking points, and then kind of my sub points inside of them to make sure that the customer understands that. But, in the pre-launch phase over the last couple of months, in talking to enough people, you start to see, a common thread of what some of the objections or obstacles are going to be. If you memorize all of this, you're pretty much knocking out about 90 to 95% of all their obstacles now. So right now I'm in the text marketing side. As you can see, I was playing around with some stuff, but I'm going to give you an example. So let's say I wanted a list, and this list is just going to be tree. I'm just using this as an example. The list name and the keyword, again, I get as many lists as I want, as many keywords as I want. So I can make this whatever I want. And the way this would work is this is my, my back office. So my personal or business 800 number is 844-267-6503. So if I had this list set up, which I don't, I haven't saved it yet, but if I did, and somebody texted the word tree to my toll-free number, 844-267-6503, then they would opt into this list. Or another way I could do it is I can manually enter their number onto this list. So this is my personal cell phone number. I could manually enter that onto the list. And then here I would just be subscribe, save the list, and I'd be adding somebody onto the list at, the same time. So now there's one person on this text list that says tree. So now if I wanted to come over here and send out a blast text, now obviously, if I only have one person on the list, not really a big list. So the goal for any business is to build the list, which, we get into strategies of how you would go about doing that. But, let's say I wanted to send out a message that said, hey there, wanted to touch base about the thing we talked about yesterday. Give me a call when you get time. Now, I'm doing this specifically because I want to show you that first of all, what I love about this is I love that you can see the phone next to it. Now, there are a bunch of different templates that you can use. I think there's like 25 or 30 different templates that you could use if you wanted to get ideas for what you would send out. But I like doing it this way. If I put the message up here, so if I said, message, right, and then come back down here, you'll see that it shows up your message and it has this colon there. I don't like that. I like my messages to look as though I'm sending it to one person, even though I may be sending it to, a bigger group of people. So, in this one, I say, hi there, ... That's the way I like to talk. And then space. Now, just a note that, if I'm using a space here, that does count towards some of my character usage. So I am eating up a little bit of my character usage, but you can see you got plenty of characters to be able to use. And I could do another space if I wanted to. Also check out my new site at the code4team.com, right? So I could put that on there. And then, like I said, I could either send it now or I could schedule later. I might send a test out. And then on the test, 609-338-7233, which actually, technically, that was the only number that was on there. This is going to be what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and do a share here. Phone. Okay, so this is my phone. Now, right now, if you look at that's with the Vox Direct app open. But if you come down here to the text messages, so here is the text that I just sent, hey there, wanted to touch base about the thing we talked about yesterday. Give me a call when you get time. Also check out my new site at thecode4team.com. And even if I went and clicked on that, that's a live link that's going to take me over to this site that has, some of the videos recorded and some of the webinars recorded. And there's even a link on here to be able to go set up an appointment to have a three-way call. So, that's the site that we're using. I can send that out in a link, using my text blasting. If I don't have my Vox Direct app open, then technically if I made a call from here, then I would be making a call from my regular cell phone. If I open it, now I'm actually in my business and I can make a call from my business line. So I can access and do text messaging. I can access my contacts. I can change the number if I want to change the number, use Wi-Fi data or cell service. So I have a lot of different options on what I could do. If I'm on live on a call, I could do call forwarding. So again, there's just a lot of different things that I can do using the app. So once you're a customer, we'll have you download that app on your phone, and then you can toggle back and forth between using your phone as a business phone or a customer, as a personal. So let's see, go back over to my desktop here, and I just want to go back over here. I just want to show you a little bit on the back end of what the voice messaging side looks like. So this is my virtual receptionist. I have total control over my virtual receptionist. If you're watching this video or you're, I don't know, live on Facebook, whatever, if you want to try and just listen, call my number now. It's 844-267-6503. And you'll hear my virtual receptionist. I mean, you don't even have to, hit one to talk to me. If you want to, great. But, this is my text to speech that I put in for my virtual receptionist. I can upload an audio file, voice record, and then I can program this to go to any phone number that I want to have it go to. So I can really kind of do whatever it is I want to do. So if someone hits 1, 2, 3, whatever, I'm telling it where I want it to go. I'm basically dictating, how I want my virtual receptionist to communicate with callers. I can screen callers and have them, record their name, where I want messages to come from. I can receive faxes, which we talked about on the bulleted list, that would go to my email. If someone leaves me a voicemail, it's going to be transcribed in my text message. So, you can see that it's got everything that you would want in a virtual receptionist. As a matter of fact, even has some things I never probably would have thought of, like I could go in here and create multiple virtual receptionists, and I can have different business hours. So this is really a great and very easy tool for any small business to utilize. You have the cloud-based system. There's no equipment to purchase. There's no installation fees. All you're doing is paying your first month subscription to get started. There's no changes in your current cell phone contract. Every contract is month to month. So you're not stuck in any long-term contracts, and there's a 7-day, 100% no question asked money back guarantee. Our pricing, our packages, there's 3 packages, $39, $89, and $139. All fees and taxes are included in the monthly subscription cost. You can move your contract up or down at any point. The difference between them, there's a few differences. You can go to the website and check it out, but 39, essentially you get 1 line, 250 blast text messages. 89 is 2 lines, 1,000 messages, and 139 is 2,000 messages in 3 lines. And then there's a bunch of other goodies you get at that 139. The virtual receptionist is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week professional virtual answering service. You can use your cell phone as your business phone, make and receive calls on your personal cell phone using your business line, send and receive text messages on your business line from your personal cell phone, screen callers, forward calls, receive faxes. You can port in your current existing 800 number, or we can give you one. And manage your business hours. And then again, when it comes to building business or getting more business, we can give you tons of ideas on how you use the business text blasting. If you're not using it, if you are, then I would definitely say take a look at what we have, because you might be able to cut some of your costs. We are way less expensive than some of the competition that's out there, and it runs a lot better than a lot of the plans that are out there. But you get unlimited lists, unlimited keywords. You can send and receive text messages from your toll-free business line. So it's coming from the actual phone number, not a 5-digit code. You can pre-plan your blast text messages in advance, and you can set up autoresponders and drip campaigns. 5 billion people globally send and receive SMS messages, which represents 65% of the world's population. 292 million people in North America use text messages. That's over 80% US population. Researchers predict that 6 billion people are going to send and receive SMS messages by 2025. So this is a growing industry, growing market. By 2025, a predicted 61% of the world's population will have access to the internet from their mobile phone. So very significant numbers here. Smartphone usage is expected to increase to 77% of the global population by 2025. A lot of these countries, they skipped, like not cell phone towers, wires, and they went right to cell phones. So this is all they know. So, the thing with Vox Direct is they are licensed in multiple countries already. So the future is very bright as far as growth in this company. As many as 45% of people reply to branded text message blasts that they receive, which means that you can start a conversation with a text blast and then reply back to them individually. SMS open rates are as high as 98%. People are going to open the text. They just will. But according to statistics, less than 7% of all small businesses actually have a text communication strategy in place. So don't get left in the dust. We have a solution for you.